Food's become faster than ever. There are fast food restaurants on every corner, coast to coast. And delivery apps mean you're one swipe away from a hot and ready meal brought directly to your doorstep. But with speed, are we sacrificing safety? Today, fast food confessions caught on tape, with real fast food employees stepping forward to reveal what they've seen and heard from the fast food front lines. Take a look.
Fast food employees gone bad. An employee at a Detroit pizzeria was caught adding his own spit to the customer's pizza sauce. In West Virginia, this fast food pizzeria manager was caught urinating into the kitchen sink, right next to where your food is prepared. And this is not an isolated incident. This fast food worker was filmed through the drive-thru window urinating into a mop bucket used to clean the restaurant floors. No 5-second rule for your French fry. What if the employee at this fast food restaurant was rubbing your bun on the floor? Let's hope they didn't clean those floors using the other guy's mop. But for every bad fast food employee, there are thousands more doing the right thing, using their cell phones to be our eyes and ears, capturing unsanitary conditions in picture and video. One whistleblower, a former employee of a Florida fast food chain, made headlines when she alerted health officials who found the restaurant to be overrun by cockroaches and rat feces. These are the actual shocking photos taken. And you won't believe this video of a baby rat crawling around in the bun bag at an Oklahoma burger joint. Today, we're hearing firsthand from fast food restaurant employees who've seen it all.
Joining me is our go-to tester, Renata, who admits to me she has visited a fast food restaurant or day in or two. So you saw that footage. What is going on to you right now?
Doctor, that was disgusting.
It's terrible.
Are you kidding? That was nasty.
All right, so
absolutely disgusting.
So I want to highlight to you and everybody else that this is not the norm, right?
I'm sorry.
Most of the time it's just fine, so I don't want you to panic, but to help ease our fears, because it does obviously happen, we caught it on tape, we've brought in the most informed person I can think of. The health inspector extraordinaire, Peter DeLucia, is here. So pay attention. Rats, bugs, vermin, oh my, say it ain't so, right? But our fast food restaurants, right, are they overrun with these guys? When you go out and inspect restaurants, are you seeing rats and mice? Ooh, the cockroaches.
I tell you, Dr. Oz, you know what? I don't think it's any more than what we've seen in the past. The new thing, though, the advent is everybody's carrying around a cell phone. The cockroaches are one thing. They lead to us, as inspectors, we know it's a dirty restaurant, it's unkept, you know what I mean? But when we see rodents are the scariest thing here, because these little guys, when they run around, they're urinating, they carry communicable diseases. These are guys that are gonna really make you sick. So this is something, when we see this in a restaurant, it's a closure. We have to close them.
Will they get away if I open this up? My goodness, all right. So here's our first fast food employee confession, revealing what he says was a hidden ingredient in the kitchen of the burger joint that he worked in. You're not gonna believe these.
I worked in fast food for many years when I was younger. I mean, I'm sure they were committing OSHA violations and health violations during that time. And frankly, it was just disgusting. They were doing a renovation to the entire store. They remained open during that time, so we were still serving food to the general public. So, you know, you would have guys over here with jackhammers and tearing out walls, and the ceilings were being replaced and so on and so forth, while we had meat on the grill and fries over here and still serving food as normal. Nice and dirty. Those are buns. That's black mold.
Wow.
This is nasty. Lord have mercy.
You've been inspecting restaurants and other eateries for your whole life. So if you saw the kinds of things we're talking about, the dust, for example, wouldn't the health inspector pick it up?
Those are violations, without a doubt. But remember, we only take a snapshot. We're not in those stores, 365 days a year. We're in there a couple of times a year. So these things happen. But construction, while you're preparing food, that's a big no-no. You're getting the, particles in your food, contaminating, really big problem. Can't have that.
Aren't there general safeguards to keep fast food restaurants safe?
There are. First and foremost is the inspection process. So we're out there. Hopefully, that's a deterrent that if we do catch them, they could get a fine, they could be closed down. A lot of states require food service and education, which is very important.
I'm going to sign Renata up for that inspection course. All right, so what are the signs we should be looking for to differentiate a good joint from a bad joint so we can enjoy our food? I want Renata panicked over this.
A couple of quick tips. First and foremost, a clean bathroom. Because you know what? In many places, the bathroom you use is the same bathroom the people preparing your food are using.
Now, second, you want an open-style kitchen. Why does that matter?
Open-style kitchen. Think about it. You're at a fast food restaurant or a food court. You can see what's going on there. Are they wearing plastic gloves before they're touching your food there? And you know what else I like? I like cook to order. A lot of these burger joints now you can go to, you see them cooking your burgers right out there. You see the operation. You know what's going on. And they know you're watching them.
All right, the big lesson here isn't that fast food is going anywhere, because it's not, right? These things are possible. Hopefully they're not happening. They're unusual occurrences, but they obviously do occur. So don't be afraid, but keep your eyes open and look. Capture those images if you get them. Send them to us. We'll share them with the audience. Up next, you ever wonder if your delivery takeout is tampered with? Wait until you see what we found caught on tape. All right, who in the audience is hungry? Put your hands up. Who's hungry today? Oh, I know you are. I'm getting hungry too, all right? These days, hot and fast food can be delivered like that to your doorstep with just the swipe of the phone. Oh, speaking of that, come on in, guys. Got a hungry audience here. Phone delivery right to our studio. Well, thank you very much. It's so good to have. I think we have enough food for just about everybody. But here's the question, since we've got all these delivery folks here. Does convenience come with a cost? Right? You're sitting here watching a show and the food's already here. Let's say these are the last 8 deliveries you guys have all taken at home, right? Please, 2 of you, step forward. Statistically, 2 of your orders could have been snacked on before getting delivered. Think about that. Oh my God, that's right. The exercise shows what real delivery workers admitted to in a recent survey. 28% of food delivery people tasted your food before delivering it. Take a look.
Is someone dipping into your delivery order before it reaches your doorstep? Here, a delivery man is caught on tape stealing fries from a customer's bag while standing at their doorstep. Talk about risky. This doorbell footage shows a delivery worker taking a sip from the customer's drink just seconds before handing it off. It gets worse. This man was arrested and charged with a felony for tainting the food in the grossest way possible, dipping his genitals into the customer's salsa as a reaction to receiving a low tip. He even laughed in front of the judge during his trial. Hope you don't think of this the next time you order takeout.
It gives double dipping a whole new meaning, doesn't it? Folks, tip your drivers. You're better off. Come on over here. We got Health Inspector Peter DeLucia back to break down the other side of the delivery process. So what do we need to know before we swipe and order our foods on our delivery apps at mealtime?
It's a whole new realm, right? What I like to do is take a look for the health inspection to see that it's a reputable restaurant, but then take a look at the delivery app stuff to see if there's some poor ratings. But then if you see consistency in complaints, stay away.
So it just seems so crazily confusing. Aren't there rules that protect us in the delivery process?
Not right now. It's like the Wild West out there. There's no rules. You don't know what's going on once that food leaves the restaurant. The restaurant doesn't necessarily know what's going on with that food.
I'm going to culinary school. That's what I'm doing, okay? I'm going to chef it up in my house. That's what I'm going to do.
Here's our next confession. It's from a food delivery worker who says some drivers are definitely stealing their customers' food. Wow. They asked to remain anonymous for obvious reasons.
And he was putting a bunch of burritos into a big insulated bag and some plates, some platters of stuff into, 2 big insulated bags. He's putting stuff in. And he had a big bag of tortilla chips. And he reaches in and pulls out like 3 and eats the tortilla chips. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe the restaurant knows this guy. And maybe they just gave it to him as like a snack because they know him for free. After he ate the chips with his bare hands, he closed the bag and he put it into his insulated bag with the rest of the order. So that tells me that wasn't his personal bag of chips they gave him. That was part of the order, and he picked it up and he ate it.
Wow. I mean, you'd never be able to figure that out, or so I thought. But guess what? Do not fear. Peter has tips to protect you from dirty delivery. And the first tip is pretty simple. You want us to look for a staple.
Real simple. You know what? And you can call the restaurant too and say, I want my bag stapled shut. Take a look at this. You get a bag like this. It's crinkled. You don't know if anybody could go in there, take those tasty fries out, whatever, grab the nacho chips and take a snack. So at least you got your bag stapled, you have some sense of security that it was not tampered with between a restaurant and your home.
Simple, easy, elegant.
Easy.
This is, I think, mandatory. This is the staple tip.
Yeah, ask for it.
Okay. So before we go, you have one more thing you want to warn us about, which are these so-called ghost restaurants. Please explain what they are to everybody, and then let's talk about why they're a problem.
It's a whole new phenomenon now. People, they're trying to think of new things, think come outside the box. Let me do something different, and they decide to do these internet-only restaurants where you go on the internet, you order your food, and it comes to you. But where is it being prepared? Is it being prepared in a warehouse? Is it in someone's home kitchen? So I tell you, I want to make sure anywhere I eat is regulated and has a permit. At least that's one sense of security that you could have.
Sage advice as always.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.